Okay, so good morning, good evening, or good night for you guys that see this video. So today, my team consists of me, Audrey, and my friends Hagan want to present about IT governance and control in information system audit, and focusing on audit of IT governance structures and disaster preparedness. So we can next to the next slide. So the first one for the introduce, information technology or IT has moved from being a supporting tool to becoming a backbone of most organizations. Auditing IT governance is no longer optional. It is central to ensuring that corporate strategies, compliance, and business continuity remain intact. And in this presentation, there are five keys area. The first one was IT governance. The second one is structure of the IT function. The third one is the computer center. The fourth one, disaster recovery planning. And the last one is IT outsourcing. Okay, we move to the first point. It is IT governance. IT governance is a subset of corporate governance focused on reducing risk and ensuring that IT investment add value to the organization. Unlike in the past, where IT decisions were left to IT specialists, in modern governance requires active involvement from the first one is the board of director, the second one is top management, and also the departmental users like finance, accounting, and operations. And this border participation increase alignment with strategies, compliance, and internal control requirements under SOX. And for your information, guys, like SOX is some federal law from AS that prevent fraud in company. Maybe we can next to the slide. Okay. And the next one is governance, IT governance. Why it matters? Because it is aligned IT resources with corporate strategy. Also ensures compliance with internal control frameworks like COSO or SOX. And the next one is mitigates risk of poor IT structuring, inadequate security, or weak recovery planning. And the last one is protect shareholders' value by ensuring business continuity. And in other words, IT governance is not just about technology, but it is about corporate survival and growth. We can next. Okay, so we move to the second point is the computer center. The computer center is the heart of IT operation and therefore a critical audit focus. I want to explain the 2 point is the first one is key risk include and the second one is control include. We I want to explain the first the key risk include. So the key risk include is the first one is physical threat like fire, flood, and or earthquake. The second one is environmental factor like temperature, humidity, or power outage. And the last one is authorized access. And the second ones are the control include. The first one is secure physical location and restrict access. The second one is redundant power supplies or UPS and fault tolerant design. And the last one is fire suppression and cloud control. Okay, maybe next slide will be present with my friends.
Okay, for nows is disaster recovery planning, or as we call as DRP. DRP, disaster recovery plan, is a formal statement of actions to be taken before, during, and after a disaster. And for the effective DRPs includes first one is identifying critical applications. Second one is creating a recovery team. The third one is establishing second site backup. And the last one is offsite storage and backup procedures. why we need to make a disaster recovery plan or DRP, because disasters are unavoidable, natural, and man-made or system failure. So we mostly didn't expect disasters. So we we should have the disaster recovery plan. And disaster recovery in practice is, let me take a example from the second site backup options, is for mutual aid pack is low cost but unreliable. Cold site, empty shell waiting for hardware. Hot site, fully equipped, ready within hours. Internally mirror data centers, high cost but high reliability. And then the next one is testing the DRP. Why we have to test the DRP? Because the organization might discover weakness only after a real disaster occurs. So before the real disaster occurs, we have to test the DRP first. Otherwise, they will not work or have loss. So we move on to the next page. It's about the outsourcing the IT functions. Why? Because auditor must evaluate contracts, controls, and monitoring processes in outsourcing arrangements. So there are benefits and risks of outsourcing the IT functions. Let me explain the benefits first. The first benefit is cost saving via economies of scale. Second one is improve IT performance through vendor expertise. And the last or the third one is allow firms to be focused on the core business competencies. So that's all for the benefits. We move on to the risk of the outsourcing IT function. The risks are the loss of control over critical IT assets. And then the second one is dependence on vendor stability and reliability. And the last one or the third one is potential misalignment between vendor priorities and organizational strategies. So the next page is about the analytical insight. The tension in IT governance lies in the balancing efficiency, control, and flexibility. If it's if the IT governance is too centralized, it will be efficient, but it also will be rigid. Then if it's too distributed, it will be agile but too risky. If it's outsourcing or too outsourcing, it will be cost effective but risky of loss of control. If we put more on the DRP, it is very expensive to maintain but essential for survival of its IT. Hence, the auditing IT governance is less about ticking boxes and more about ensuring that the chosen structure supports resilience, compliance, and even long-term value creation. So, uh, we're on the conclusion side. So if we can conclude that IT governance is more that technical matter, it is a strategic corporate responsibility. Auditing governance controls helps ensure the alignment of IT corporate goals, security and resilience of the computer centers, business continuity through tested DRPs, prudent use of outsourcing with clear risk management. A company without strong IT governance may not survive its next crisis, technical or otherwise. So that's all from me and Audrey. Thank you for your attention, and any mistakes, critics, or even evaluation for us both, you can drop it in the comments below or just say it to us. Thank you and see you next time. Goodbye.